Greetings everyone, Eric here, and welcome to a new video. In this video, I'm going to kind of show you just what I've learned about drawing wolves. Paper is like all bulgy, but whatever. I'm going to try and use my pencil, just a regular pencil, just so you guys can see it hopefully better. I am using the new camera, so hopefully this looks alright. So, first I'm just going to kind of show you the basics of drawing a wolf kind of from the front view. So, let's just kind of get started here. What you want to start with is obviously, just like with a head, you start with kind of a circle. So you start with a circle just like you would with any person. And just like with a person, you divide it in half. Just like that. Like you normally would with any person's face. The differences are, wolves, as you know, they have a snout. So if I were to draw like a wolf's head here, just kind of a quick one over here, from the side view, wolves' nose stick out and kind of downward, and that's another important thing. You got to remember that a wolf's head sticks down, kind of like that. And that's actually very important because that's how the wolf's head works. Is their noses are usually, just like dogs, their noses are usually pointing kind of downward at an angle like that. So from the front view, obviously, when you turn that frontwards, their nose is going to be very low. It's not going to be at the in between the eyes. It's actually going to be lower. So what I like to do sometimes is I actually draw kind of where this line is, where the nose is going to be. I kind of draw a little bit of like a rectangle going down from that line down to about there, about halfway between these two, and that's where the bottom of the nose is going to be. And that's actually where the top, technically it's the top, it's the, that little, I don't know what, the snout, I guess, that little black bit on the tip of their nose right there, that's where that's going to go. And for me, I just kind of do a nice basic structure where I kind of round it off like that. And it's kind of like a triangle, like an upside down triangle, basically. So pretty much like that. If you really want to get into detail, I usually put a highlight at the top, that just because I like the way that looks. And just kind of fill it in, and then you got basically the snout. That's the snout, or the the actual nose. Like the rest of this is just, I guess this is technically the snout, and then that's the nose. But whatever, you get the point. So from there, you want to draw kind of the rest of this mouth, which is going up. And remember, it is going up at an angle. So what I like to do right here, where the mouth actually connects, where the nose is, I'll draw it over here just to kind of show you. That's the nose. The mouth actually has a bit of a curve, kind of like this, where it actually goes to a point there and then comes down before it goes back up to the rest of the mouth. And it kind of looks like a smile. Well, to kind of get around the whole look of a smile, what I do is obviously I still draw it like I normally would, like that. And then I go up, like I know I'm going to, and then right about where it comes around the nose, I curve it. So I come up, and then I curve it the other way. By curving it down, let me get rid of that line right there. By having it curved down like that, it takes away some of the look of a smile because it's the mouth is still, it's kind of pointing away, it's rounding off. It doesn't quite look like a smile anymore. And then right here, where the bottom lip is going to be, I kind of just do like a slightly squared off loop there. And that's just all you really need for the bottom lip. And that's just the bottom of the mouth. That's this bottom jaw, I should say. This part right here. That's that part. So that's all you really need for that. Now getting up into the eyes, it's a little more tricky. What I like to do sometimes, even when I draw people's eyes, is just to kind of rough out where I think they're going to be. I draw little like oval thingies like this. I draw like a rough shape like that. Just a little rough, ovally looking, kind of looks like it could be a Disney eye or a cartoon eye, if I really wanted it to be. Just to kind of lay out where I think it's going to be. And obviously, just like with a person, you want about an eye's width in between them. Excuse me for all the coughing. Now, for the ears, which is kind of the important thing about an animal, you gotta remember that there's only a little bit of a gap where the ears are. So think about halfway between the eyes. If you were to go up about halfway up, that's about where the ear starts. The top of the ear starts, and you kind of have this weird, I don't even know how to explain this shape because it's really not anything you can like think of. It's just that. I mean, that's the shape basically. It's, I guess if you were drawing like a tear shape and then cut it off right here where the actual head rounds off, I guess that's a good way of you can explain it. I'm gonna kind of do the same thing over here. Just up, rounded, round, like tear shape, I guess. And I know those are not exactly even. I can tell that just from here. But for now, that'll work. Now for the actual eye. Now let me just draw over here how I draw the eyes. I'm gonna draw it bigger. The way I draw a wolf's eyes is like this. This is just how I prefer to draw the eye. That is how I draw a wolf's eye, the shape of a wolf eye. You gotta remember that little tear duct, just because that's kind of a stylistic choice. If you don't want to put that, you don't have to. And then where the actual iris area goes, you can draw it any way you want. I've kind of been leaning towards kind of doing it like this. A little bit of a shape like that. You put the pupil, or the black pit, I think, of the eye right there. And then the rest of this, I just fill in with black. Now, that's actually really small for what I would actually do. I actually did make that a little smaller than it should be. But that's basically how I do an eye. That's it, just that shape. That's how I do a wolf's eye. So right here, where I kind of put that little indication where they're going to be, I do that. I'm not good at not turning the page, so I will turn the page here a little bit just to kind of help me out a little bit. Those eyes are different, but because I'm filling them in with black, I can kind of get away with a little bit there. I got a little bit of leeway there, not much, but close enough, I think. And then, like I said, I just put the pupil in the iris just right there. And then I fill in the rest with black. And now what I also like to do is right here on the sides, I kind of give a little bit of a line here, which is kind of where these things are. Like if you come over here, the eye would be like right here, and then that would just kind of be, that little line would just kind of showing where the line of the mouth is right here, where it stops, pretty much. The thing with the ears is they actually have a little bit of a fold here. So you would definitely want to put that little fold, because their ears do cup in a little bit. And right where that ends, where that circle is, that's where I start kind of the furry cheeks of the wolf, I guess, if you will. So, and this is, again, very stylistic choice. I do it just kind of like this. You can kind of do your own thing, depending on how you like to draw a wolf's head. And I stop it here, I don't connect it here. And I'll show you why in a second. Another thing is you're going to have a lot of other lines here. Like you're going to have a little bit of a kind of a creasing area here. You're going to have a little bit of a pit here for the head. Sometimes you can put in a little kind of where the eyebrows are going to be. Just what I do is I just do kind of like that. And really that's about it. The only other thing I'm going to add, obviously, is the top part of the head. You can kind of do as your own leisure. I just do like that. Inside the ear, I like to put a little bit of an area of fur, just kind of like that. Just kind of shows that there are layers of the hair. And the other thing you're going to need to draw is the mane. Now, what is the mane? The mane, just like with a lion, is kind of a bushy, furry area that goes around, kind of around their neck, like that. So what I like to do is I just kind of go, and just like with the cheek part, I just kind of fur it up a little bit. Just kind of like that. And I like to put a little center thing here where I just kind of go like that, just to kind of show a little dimension. And that's really it with a wolf's head. Real quick here, I can just kind of, as I'm ending my thoughts here, I'll just quickly ink this. I'll probably do this in time-lapse, actually. I'm just going to use a crappy old Micron, Pigma Micron. I say crappy just because it's old and kind of dying, but yeah, I'm just going to ink this real quick, and then I will be right back. Okay, and we're back, and as you can see, I just kind of inked it for you just to like give you a nice little view, make it a little easier for you guys to see it. So yeah, I hope you found that kind of useful. That's just kind of the front view look of it. That's basically how I go about drawing wolves, especially from the front view. I hope that was enjoyable for you guys, especially kind of my little return video. And if you guys have any more suggestions of videos you would like to see, please let me know, and I will try to do them. So anyway, it's good to be back, and I will hopefully be doing a lot more videos as time goes on. So thank you for watching, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Later!